Here we are looking at MANA. Now this one down by 1.84% today. We're talking about where this leaves us going into the next week. So what we're going to do is start off on the 1 day, then zoom out to the 7 day, and then onto the month. If it sounds like a good video, make sure to leave a like in it and subscribe, but do remember, as always, this is only my opinion and should not be taken as financial advice. We're going to dive into this one by starting on the 1 day and just establishing what we are seeing for the trend. So our low of the day was found down here. You will see that is about a point of 430. From that point we're coming back up, we're hitting our high just above 490. Dropping down again, we're hitting a point just above 450 before where we are right now, which is around 470. So you will see the trend for today is choppy, but really we're only moving down by about 2%, so it's not really too bad over the whole day. Now the past 7 days, however, we're looking quite good actually. You'll see start off on a point very low, around the 350 mark. You'll see from there we're coming back up, we're hitting a high well above 550, coming down to a point just below 450 again, and you'll see a push up just below 5, and then of course we are where we are. But you'll see one thing is clear, we appear to be quite stable in this channel of about 425, I would say, all the way up to about 490. So yes, we are in this level for now, and we have been for a couple of days, which is a good thing. And you'll see this becomes a lot more clear on the month what I'm talking about. We are apparently leveling out with this one, which is a good thing to see, because we've had this big rise up in the past month, and that's more apparent even on the 3 month how much we are up, and that's all well and good, but of course it is unsustainable. We can rise up to a price point of $5, $6, $7. It's not going to happen overnight though, and even if it was to happen overnight, it would actually be worse in my opinion, because it would lead to potential FOMO, which of course would lead to uneducated investors, which would lead to potential panic selling if anything does go just the slightest bit wrong. So to see a bit of healthy profit taken here and there on these big rises, I see it as nothing more than a healthy thing. And again, if we can level out now, even better. Now, this is something that we have seen in the past many times. We're going up, of course, from this big rise, we're taking a while to sell off. But yes, we are actually finding a bottom, coming back up, similar thing happening down here, similar thing down here. And now we're looking at the possibility of a similar thing happening right now. Now, as I did mention, as far as we are right now, we do appear to be finding somewhat of a bottom, which is a great sign of course, and the question is that bottom actually going to hold up into the next couple of days, into the next week, and are we going to possibly see a bit of a bounce up from that point? And of course we are hoping to see that. It would be ideal, it would put us in a good place. I think it is something that we could be absolutely looking at. So are we already back on the growth? I wouldn't say yet. I mean, is it going to happen tomorrow? Are we going to see a massive rise? Again, I wouldn't say for sure. We cannot guarantee it. But when we come out to the candlestick chart, we're seeing a few things are clear. We're seeing a little bit of a bottom for this trend, and this is actually a very key level because it has worked as a support and a resistance. It's working as a resistance initially for 30, that is, for 3 days. These are the first two, and this is the third. This is the little wick that we've seen down here, but for these ones it is a body as well. So we're seeing a little bit of resistance around the 430 mark, somewhere in that level, and again now we're seeing it work as a little bit of a support, especially for today, because we have hit the wick down here, bounced back up it, so we've bounced off that level, and we're now where we are for the day. Now over the past 3 days, whilst we're seeing these red candlesticks for sure, whilst the trend is actually going down, it's not going down by much, and that is clearly reflecting in the charts, because you'll see we do appear to be finding an ultimate bottom for the bodies of these candlesticks, which is around this price point here, I would say around about 460, somewhere in that level. Now you'll see we've had 3 candle bodies around this point here, so we are consolidating nicely really on the grand scheme of things. We're actually pushing past yesterday's high, as you will see with this wick over here, but of course we are beating yesterday's low as well. So because it's such a flat candlestick, it really could go either way. We could start to see that drop, we could start to see that rise. Again, we're primed for either because we are so flat. I would of course be looking to see that rise in an ideal world, in an ideal scenario. If not, like I said, we have kind of established our previous levels of support, so it could be as low as that point which I just outlined over here, around the 430 mark. And when it comes to our new levels of resistance, well, we do of course have our highs up here, our initial highs for the bodies of these candles. That's going to be around 415 up to 418 potentially. Then we have our ultimate high, which is back here at 590. Now, in between both of those levels, we have around 550, I would say, because you'll see these wicks up here. So we're ultimately looking to break past our first level, which is around the 518 mark. That is something that absolutely can happen in the next week, in my opinion. But really, from where we are right now, I just will see tomorrow being a green day. Is it going to take us up like what we're seeing today, like what we're seeing in the past, I should say? I don't think so. Of course, it could happen. I could be wrong because these things are quite unpredictable. They can explode overnight for no particular reason. So it could absolutely explode massively into the next day. But it is going to be quite risky to bet on that. If you guys are willing to take on a very, very, very high risk strategy, it could be for you. And of course, like I said, this one, I don't have anything against it. And I think the profit taking that we're seeing right now and the bit of a dip, one, is to be expected, especially after such a rise. Two, the markets are looking fairly weak anyway. And three, it does put us in a little bit of a better position. So hopefully we'll start to see that bounce tomorrow. Again, would I buy it right now? If you are willing to take on the risk, I think it may be worth it, but like I said, I am not a financial advisor, so do your own research. But I'm fairly happy with how the charts are looking going into the next week. I want to hear what you guys have to say though in the comments, so do drop me one down below, and I'll see you all again in another one very, very soon. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.